Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello, Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Shem Dash. Double honors once again go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who, through the Holy Spirit, continue to teach us His truth, giving us His knowledge and wisdom. And of course, pray that the Holy Spirit opens up your mind, all right, to receive this wisdom, knowledge, and truth. All right. I've been monitoring this. This report here came out on the 22nd. Uh, and what they're doing is they're trying to find a way to get Chauvin out. Derek Chauvin, that piece of shit who killed, and we all know by now, that you should at least, that that was George Floyd's judgment. You know, he put that spirit on that Edomite to do what he did. But this is what's going on with this one. They're using this case as a test case. All right. This is Black Information Network. It says ex-Minneapolis cop, and I believe he's a Jake, but you know, Cushite via or through Cush. All right. It says who fatally shot 911 caller gets reduced sentence. All right. Now, what happened is in 2017, he was sitting out in a patrol car with his partner, his police partner, uh, and this white woman. I think she had called 911 for something. I think she thought someone was intruding on her property or something like that, and she ran because, let's face it, this is a um, perfect example of how white privilege can work against you. So here she goes at night, running up to the patrol car. Tung, 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 tung. He got startled, pulled a gun, shot in front of his partner across his face, killing her. All right. So let's read this. It says a Minnesota judge on Thursday, October 21st, sentenced Mohammed Noor, I hate that black shit, former Minneapolis police officer, clearly he's not black, who was convicted of killing a 911 caller in 2017. Noor was initially sentenced to 12 and a half years behind bars, but the Minnesota Supreme Court tossed the third-degree murder charge last month, leaving the second-degree manslaughter as the highest charge left. The judge in the case handed down a maximum 57-month sentence for the charge. Now here's where, just pay attention. It says the former officer was convicted of fatally shooting Justine Ruzzik Damond on July 15, 2017, after she placed a 911 card to report a possible sexual assault. Okay, it was sexual assault. Salaki. Noor could have received as few as 41 months behind bars, which would have led to his immediate release. Hennepin County Judge Catherine Quaintance, whatever, handed down a maximum sentence for a second-degree manslaughter after acknowledging the danger Noor put others in that night. Now listen to this shit. This is the judge's excuse. You did shoot across the nose of your partner. I'm sure he pissed all over himself. Anyway, you did endanger a bicyclist and residents of a community of surrounding houses on a summer Saturday evening, which you'd have to wonder what was the composition of that neighborhood. Like, duh. These factors of endangering the public make your crime of manslaughter appropriate for high end of the guidelines. With the new sentence and in accordance of state guidelines for good behavior, Noor could be released as early as mid 2022, next year, maybe June, July, whatever. It says what this could mean for Derek Chauvin. See, these some slick motherfuckers. All right, it says though the circumstances surrounding the fatal incidents are different, both Noor and Derek Chauvin were charged and convicted of third-degree murder. Noor's charge was overturned after the High Court ruled that the former cop didn't act with a depraved mind without regard for human life, leaving legal experts to speculate Chauvin could receive the same treatment. Okay, no. This man kneeled on someone's neck for almost 9 minutes, despite the pleas of the crowd. All right, that's depraved indifference. All right, Chauvin will likely have his decision reversed because it is legally incompatible to say that someone is guilty of intentionally doing something and at the same time they're guilty of unintentionally doing something. Wilson criminal defense partner Andrew Wilson told Vice News last month. However, in Chauvin's case, Hennepin County Judge Peter Cahill factored in aggravating factors that Chauvin acted with particular cruelty, all right, and that's what I was talking about, depraved indifference, in the murder of George Floyd last May that will probably prevent the same sentence reduction in his case. Chauvin has been working to build an appeals case retaining the services of a Minneapolis-based legal firm just this week. But Chauvin still has federal charges to deal with along with the other 3 officers who participated in Floyd's fatal arrest. Chauvin has also another brutality case stemming from the 2017 arrest of a black 14-year-old. So I don't see them, same thing with that bitch down in Texas. What's her name? Amber Geiger. All right. It says reading about black trauma can have an impact on your mental health. Okay, that's going into something else. But yeah, you can't put anything past these devils. Let's get, let's see, Proverbs. Let's see. Come on now, Proverbs 4. Let's see. This is Proverbs 4. These wicked ass Edomites, always plotting. All right. It says Proverbs 4 and 16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. All right. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. All right. Drinking the wine of violence. All right. Let's see. This is all, let's see, because this place here is more, I'm sure everybody realizes that by now. This place here, I'm talking about America. The world in general, America in particular. All right. My last video, I highlighted the fact that people are on edge. You have to watch where you're at, number one. Pay attention. You don't want to get have things escalate in what we know or become known as a nigger moment, because these people will, particularly these Edomites, I just foresee a lot of mass shootings, spree shootings, because that's who you're dealing with. They just came down with a ruling in that Kyle, what's his name, Rittenhouse, the one, that teenager that shot those people during that protest, and where was it? They came down and they said the judge said don't refer to the ones that he shot as victims, but as looters. Get a load of that shit. But that shouldn't surprise you if you're keeping up with what's going on, because in Florida and other places, they tried to reclassify protesters, all right, that were mainly us because of the so-called Black Lives Movement, all right, and this is all orchestrated, in case you didn't know, all right. America does not, with this critical race theory, all this shit, it's all connected. All right, they don't want to admit to the crimes of the past, that they fucked over people, and now they're finding out that those people were Israelites. Well, get a load of that. All right, so we know these bastards are constantly scheming, all right, and trying to get each other off, as in this case with this cop here. But his circumstances are different from Chauvin's in that everybody in the world saw what he did. All right. There was no, and The only reason I think this judge in this case with this cop here gave him the max. See, they didn't want to see. I'm just gonna say, Jake, um, a so-called black man get off whether he's a cop or not. You notice, why don't you think there's not any more incidents of black cops shooting so-called white suspects and killing them? Think about that. This is an example. All right. I mean, did he have a viable excuse for what he did? You know, you see Jake get killed all the time, and they come up with, "Well, I feared for my life." All right, they always use that. But what about in this case? Did he know this person running up and knocking on the window? All right, especially in lieu of, look at the time. I mean, the time period, 2017. What was going on in the country? Think about that. Not trying to defend him or excuse him, rather. But when you compare what he did with all these Edomite cops killing Jake, and that is how you have to look at it. So this, I think she was white. Hold on. An Edomite judge. I'm pretty sure she was. Like I said here, it says Noor is what his name is. Could have received 41, as few as 41 months, which they would have had immediately just let him go. But now, we're going to let him stew in there another year or so. So she tacked on the maximum sentence for second-degree manslaughter, saying he was a danger. Because I'm pretty sure, as I'm reading this, that it was not the hood. All right. Now you're concerned for the other people's behavior when you you're concerned about the other people's lives in the neighborhood when you shoot. But that doesn't happen in Jake's neighborhood. See, we're coming to the end here. All right. So they can't hide their dirt anymore. All right. That's why stories like these, any story that matter of fact, you have to learn to read behind or between the lines. All right, because you got to consider this. The media, this press, has served as a very powerful weapon in the hands of this so-called white man. These Edomites, very powerful tool. If you've ever seen, read the book rather, 100 Years of Lynching, or any of the other books similar to that, Without Sanctuary, and a number of other books, that's my point. 100 Years of Lynchings is just a book filled with nothing but press clippings. All right. Negro brute hanged for suspected of killing white woman or raping white woman, whatever. Whole book full of it. And the press eggs and all. They urge it. They encourage it. All right. That's why we need to get the fuck up out of here. That's why you need to have this mindset here, where I'm going to right here. All right. Or what good are you? This is Isaiah 51. All right. And 14. The captive exile hasteneth that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. All right. Because here in America, we're nothing but prey. P-R-E-Y. Let's go look up that word real quick. Let's look up prey as soon as it loads here. Prey. That's what we are. a movie called that. I don't want that now. Dang. Here it is. Give you everything but what you want. Prey. An animal taken by a predator is food. One that is helpless or unable to resist attack. And that's what we are here in America. All right. Spoil. Booty. All right. Yes, that's what we are. Synonyms: chase, quarry. All right. That's exactly what we are. Let's see. It says archaic, but whatever. Let's go to dictionary.com. Let's see. Ah, number 2. A person or thing that is the victim of an enemy, a swindler, a disease, etc. Gall. All right. To exert a harmful or destructive influence. No matter what we've done in this country, we're trying to, what's the expression they use? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Well, we did. We tried that. We tried all that. All right. And they changed the rules. Think of all the towns that were destroyed. All right. Where we got to ourselves. They couldn't even use that excuse, well, we didn't want them around you. Fine. We had our own. They still destroyed it. You have cities that, after chattel slavery, that we established, and they are now under lakes. They are under bodies of water. All right, this, to use Micah 2:10, this is not our rest. It has all but destroyed us. All right. And if left here to our own devices, it will. All right. That's why we seek something better. We seek, Hebrews 11th chapter, 15 and 16. Even 14. If we had known, if we had been, what was coming down the pike, centuries and millennia after the fact that we were driven out of our homeland. But this has been a learning experience, all right? We had to know evil. And the people, they leave no doubt, the people over us are evil in the flesh, evil incarnate, all right? They are the wicked. Malachi, 1st chapter, verses 1 through 4, all right? Jacob's brother Esau, the father of the Edomites, so-called white people today, that's them. They are the wicked. I mean, you gotta wonder what the people on the outside looking in, don't you know these people's history? How can you not know this? A lot of them do, but the thing is, a lot of our people don't. And plantation Christianity, oh my goodness, that hasn't been good. That in and of itself, all right, has poisoned our people's minds to the point where there's no coming back. All right, they're, as the scriptures say, their minds are seared. All right, like with a hot iron. Death is the only cure. Hey, so I won't ramble on. Once again, this is about this ex-Minneapolis cop that 4 years went quick. It's Milwaukee. No, wait a minute. It was in state of Minnesota, but was it Minneapolis? Wait a minute. I can't believe I read this whole thing. Yeah, Minneapolis. Okay. Wow. Killed this Edomite, so-called white lady. All right, and oh boy, they let them have it. All right, so my whole take on this lately has been that they were trying to use this as a template. All right, and maybe trying to get Derek Chauvin off. All right, so hey, with that, once again, I call halal Yahweh, about Shemi Awashai, about Shibakakwadash, and of course, double honors once again go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, across the four corners, pushing this truth. All right, so with that, shalom.